Good morning.
Good morning,
Happy
Abby.
Monday
Good
morning.
morning to everybody. This is an especially beautiful morning here
Oh, it
in
is.
Colorado. We have warm fall day and the cottonwoods changing colors and the transition. I love the fall, the transition to
Me too. It's
winter.
my favorite time, and it's just breathtakingly beautiful right now.
Yeah. And the flowers are
Yeah.
blooming still. They haven't frozen completely yet. And I love what you said about breathtakingly beautiful because it's, that is where I think we can find our ground these days.
Yes.
Is it actually the old thing we've done for years of catch happiness, right?
Yeah.
I was like, where are the things that nurture us right now in the midst of all this chaos? What is it that can make me feel really good in my body, really good in myself, can bring me home to knowing that in this moment all is well,
Yeah.
and trusting things to find their way to a healthy place, Coming from the background I came from, it took me a long time to develop that trust. Sorry, that sense that
Yeah.
I could come to a healthy place, that I could come to a place of
Yeah.
trusting myself. And that's what we were talking about this morning was if I don't think I'm okay, if I don't trust myself, then I compromise myself. I don't be me. I don't say things. I don't ask for things. I don't allow love in.
Yeah.
I try to be what I think the other person needs me to be or wants me to be. And we all do that some, but we want to be kind of like almost vigilantly aware. It's like, oh, I am withdrawing here. I am trying not to show something about me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to be what that person wants me to be, to let them see me through their eyes. And there's something really valuable about seeing yourself through other people's eyes sometimes. It's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
my impact, I need that input.
Yeah.
But 95% of the time, it's not about them. It's about that thing we talked about last time, the old bound attention patterns. So I'm with somebody who I really want to like me, or I want to see me, or I want to appreciate me, or I want to notice me. I want some attention in some way. And right away, I will go back to old stories about attention and how to get attention and how not to get attention. And pretty soon, I'm not there anymore. I'm only in response to them. Maybe in reaction, but it's not always in reaction. Sometimes it's a pretty centered story because we have so deeply owned our ability to compromise ourselves in order to be right for other. So that's kind of a negative beginning in one sense, but I think one way out of that is to go back to nature. And which is the trees are just trees. The birds just show up and be birds, as Katie Hendricks said to me at one point. Or the rivers just run and they go wherever the open space is and they just keep flowing, right?
Beautiful.
And the
Yeah.
winds blow and the birds fly and the flowers bloom. And, it's like, it's all so authentic. Things die with seasons or they die with not enough water. I mean, it's all just what it is.
Yeah.
And what if I am just what I am,
Beautiful.
which doesn't mean that I don't pay attention to impact. I want to say that again,
Yes.
because if I am just who I am, then I don't feel the need to defend. I don't feel the need to fix other. I don't feel the need to be changing what somebody's doing or saying, which is how we get into those binds with people,
Absolutely.
And I have to say, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like to admit that, right? But I'm not. And so there'll be times when I blurt, which I was talking with somebody about this morning. So I might have a blurt that isn't very nice, or my tone of voice isn't right, or the look of my face isn't right, or even the language I choose isn't right. And that will happen sometimes. And sometimes it has value. It really opens things up. It begins a conversation.
Yeah,
It changes
yeah.
what's going on. For the most part, I want to choose what we've talked about so many times here. I want to choose my second response.
Yeah.
So my first response might be, I can't believe you're talking to me like this, right? I'm so sorry. Allergies. My second response might be, that felt uncomfortable for me. What's happening?
Yeah.
What needs to happen now? What's going on here? I'm having that feeling of being little and not enough in some way, just owning what's going on in my body. And then there's a possibility for a real conversation instead of defend, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The struggle story.
Yeah.
So we have a tool that we have taught a million times, I'm sure, but it seems, I don't know, we felt this morning like it's needed in
It's
this
needed.
time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I really think for us to stay in alignment with who we are, which does not mean arguing politics. It might, alignment might be showing up at No King's Day,
Yeah.
but that's not the same as arguing, as trying to make somebody else have our values, believe what we believe,
Yeah.
And almost all my defended responses come from having lost sight of myself
Yeah.
and what value I bring and who I am and why I matter on this earth, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's this beautiful tool. And the issue that came up, the tool is called I Am Here, which many of you already know, and we'll do it together. And what came up in thinking about teaching it and doing it again were two things. One is it never hurts to remember a tool that we've forgotten. But the other is none of these tools have any value unless we commit to the practice of doing them. So that's kind of where I am right now. It's like, okay, I commit to using the tools that I have and that I teach and that I believe in, to staying in alignment with my integrity, with my trust in the universe, with my sense of well-being, so I can send that out on the magnetic waves instead of sending out fear and anger and blame and confusion.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's enough talking. And then we'll see if we have anything to share after doing it in terms of what shifted in us. And I like to stand up, but I'm going to be seated so you can be seated and do it. And you can certainly do this laying down. And Abby's standing, so we have, I hope, enough inclusiveness for all of you to give this a try. If you haven't done it before, it comes from a beautiful sound healer called Vicki Dodd, who you can look up online, D-O-D-D, who holds so much wisdom that no amount of time I've ever spent with her can I even begin to garner it all. So thank you, Vicki. So here we go. We start at the top of the head, and I'll tell you a little what we're going to do, and Abby will demonstrate. We're going to go all the way down, just kind of, the reason I'm moving my fingers is I'm reaching inside to massage the back of my spine, the inside of my brain and the back of my spine. And I'm going to massage that all the way down to the base of my spine, taking my time, feeling into my body and my imagination, yeah? And as I travel that hand down, I'm going to say out loud so my body hears me speaking to it, I am here and I know who I am. And I might say that loud or whisper it or sing it or over and over or only a couple times, depending on what my body is asking for. So it's like my body to my body. So let's begin with a nice deep sigh together, allowing our heart to expand with gratitude for our privilege to even be here in this moment of peace in the mountains, yeah? Ah. And just riding the wave of that sigh down into your body. One more time, just and feeling that ground into the earth. And then beginning, we'll do it 3 times together. Letting your hand move down your body, reaching inside your body and speaking. I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
And when I reach the bottom, I take a nice breath, and I begin again.
I am here, I know who I am.
Massaging the inside of my spine, calming the amygdala, calming the fight or flight and fear response. I am here and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
I am here and I know who I am. And on your own time, start again. You might be ahead or behind, and that's okay. And I'm going to be quiet this time and do it in my mind so I don't influence you being so close to the microphone here. It's hard not to say it out loud. I am here and I know who I am.
I am here, and I know who I am.
And when you do feel complete, bring your hands to your heart on your own time. And just rest there in the acceptance of all of who you are. Let your heart digest that physical moment of I am here and I know who I am. Bring that right into your heart and let your heart fully digest that deep truth. And just to close while you're there, just let your heart love you for a moment. Feel that deep acceptance from the heart brain, from the heart wisdom, the calming of the heart rate into coherence that you've just done with this exercise allows the heart to begin to fire neurotransmitters that tell you that you are loved. Just resting into the quiet moment of the heart and allow that love in. And just take a nice, gentle breath. And come back into the room you're in and just feel your blood, your breath, your bones, your cells, just this is a good place to be. Yeah. This is a tool to do in the morning to start your day, when something stresses you during the day, before you go to sleep at night. Just use these tools because they really make a difference in the quality of our lives.
Oh, absolutely.
It's quality we're after, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've even used this tool just kind of in my mind if I'm out in public and don't necessarily want to be doing this out in front of everybody. I've just done it in my mind, and that's been helpful too.
So that's great, Abby, because if you're doing it all the way, well, hello, kitty cat. This is Miss Luna who wants to be in on this
Yes.
call. Did you want to be in the call, Luna? Because she wants to take over the call. It is true that if you're doing it as a practice, then you can do it in your mind.
Yes.
Then you can just turn it on when you need it. So practicing it physically
Yes.
allows you to then do it just automatically. You'll go to it. Somebody's giving you a criticism, and your first response is to go inside and go, ooh, I'm here. And I know who I am. I know who I am. And then you can respond differently to that person. You don't have to defend. You can even say, I hear you. Thank you.
Yep.
That's the end of it. So,
Yeah.
all right. Have a great week, everybody.
Yeah. And let
Love
us
you.
know if you have any comments or want to share anything. And yeah.
Yeah. All right. Take care. Love you.
Bye, everyone.